Well, it's that time of the week, guys. Time for me to update my 48 team brackets. Let's go. What's going on, everybody? It's me again, Golden Blue Dude, and if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. I'm here to get you through your work week. I do videos every single day, sometimes college football and sometimes college basketball. And the best way to support this channel and get more of my content, hit the subscribe button. I'm actually trying to stay on track on a weekly basis with my 48 team bracket. So I'm going to try to update it once a week on Mondays. First up, I'm going to run through the new AP Top 25. Number 1, Gonzaga with 59 votes, 20-0, undefeated. Number 2, Baylor, 17-0, also undefeated. Number 3, Michigan, 14-1, and they stayed the same. Number 4, Ohio State, 17-4, they stayed the same. Number 5, Illinois, they're 14-5, they rose 1 spot. Number 6, Houston, 17-2, they rose 2 spots. Number 7, Virginia, 15-3, they rose 2 spots. Number 8, Alabama, they're 17-5, they rose 3 spots. Number 9, Oklahoma, they're 13-5, they rose 3 spots. Number 10, Villanova, they're 13-3, and they actually fell 5 spots. Number 11, Iowa, they're 15-6, and they rose 4 spots. Number 12, Texas, 13-5, they rose 1 spot. Number 13, West Virginia, 14-6, they rose 1 spot. Number 14, Creighton, 16-5, they rose 5 spots. Number 15, Texas Tech, they're 14-6, and they fell 8 spots. 16, Florida State, 11-3, rose 1 spot. 17, USC, 17-3, rose 3 spots. Number 18, Virginia Tech, 14-4, they stayed the same. Number 19, Tennessee, they're 14-5, and they fell 3 spots. Number 20, Missouri, 13-5, the big faller, they fell 10 spots. Number 21, Wisconsin, 15-7, they stayed the same. Number 22, Loyola Chicago, 18-4, they stayed the same. Number 23, Kansas, 15-7, they went from non-ranked to number 23. Number 24, Arkansas, 16-5, they also went from non-ranked to number 24. Finally, I've been saying Arkansas should have been ranked for a while now. And number 25, San Diego State, 15-4, they were non-ranked and are now ranked number 25. We'll start off with region number 1. The number 1 overall seed, without a doubt, Gonzaga. They're 20-0, undefeated, number 1 in the West Coast Conference. The 2 seed, Oklahoma. They are 13-5. They've won 7 out of their last 8, and they are number 2 in the Big 12. The 3 seed is going to be Creighton, 16-5. They've won 6 out of their last 7. They're 2nd in the Big East. The 4 seed, Texas Tech, they're 14-6. They've actually won 3 out of their last 4, and they're 6th in the Big 12. The 5 seed, Arkansas, 16-5. They've won 6 out of their last 7, and they're 3rd in the SEC. The 6th seed is going to be Missouri. Missouri is 13-5. They're 1-2 in their last 3 games, and they've fallen all the way to 6th in the SEC. The 7th seed is going to be Liberty at 17-5. They're on a 6-game win streak, 2nd in the ASUN. The 8th seed is going to be Clemson. They're 13-5, and they've won 4 out of their last 5. They're also 5th in the ACC. 9th seed Davidson. They're 10-5. They've had 4 straight wins. They're 2nd in the A10. The 10th seed is going to be LSU. They're 13-6. They've had 2 wins and 2 losses in their last 4 games, but they are 2nd in the SEC. The 11th seed is going to be Toledo. They're 16-6. They're 5-2 in their last 7 games, number 1 in the MAC. The 12th seed is going to be Louisville. They're 11-4. 2 wins and 2 losses in their last 4 games, and they're 4th in the ACC. Now on to region number 2. The number 1 seed is going to be Michigan. They're 14-1, and they're 1st in the Big 10. The 2 seed is going to be Illinois. They've gotten hot. They are 14-5 with 5 straight wins, 2nd in the Big 10. 3rd seed is going to be West Virginia, 14-6. They've won 3 out of their last 4, but they're 5th in the Big 12. It's crazy in the Big 12, guys. The 4th seed is going to be Florida State. They're 11-3. They've won 6 out of their last 7. They're 2nd in the ACC. The 5th seed is going to be Wisconsin, 15-7. 2 wins, 2 losses in their last 4 games. They're 5th in the Big 10. The 6th seed is going to be Kansas. Kansas starting to get hot again. They're 15-7 with 3 straight wins. They're back all the way up to 3rd in the Big 12. The 7th seed is going to be Belmont. They are 22-1 with a national leading 19-game winning streak. Oh yeah, first place in the Ohio Valley. The 8th seed is going to be Western Kentucky. They're 15-4, 6 straight wins. And yes, first place in Conference USA. The 9th seed, VCU. They're 15-4, 5 straight wins, and first place in the A10. The 10th seed, SMU, 11-4. They've won 3 out of their last 4. They're 4th in the AAC. The 11th seed, Wright State. They're 17-4, 9 straight wins. First place in Horizon. Then the 12th seed, UCLA. They're 14-5, 2 wins, 2 losses in their last 4 games. They're 2nd in the Pac-12. On to Region 3. The 1 seed, Baylor, 17-0, undefeated. Going through some COVID issues right now. The 2 seed, Virginia, very hot right now. 15-3. They've won 11 out of their last 12, including a 4-game win streak. First place in the ACC. The 3 seed going to be Iowa. They're 15-6. 2 wins, 2 losses in the last 4 games. And they're 4th in the Big 10. The 4 seed going to be USC. 17-3. 6 straight wins. First place in the Pac-12. The 5 seed going to be Virginia Tech. They're 14-4. They've won 3 out of their last 4 games. And they're 3rd in the ACC. The 6th seed going to be Drake. They're 20-2. 2 wins, 2 losses in the last 4 games. But one of those wins was against Loyola Chicago. But one of their losses was against Loyola Chicago. They split. So they're in 2nd place in the Missouri Valley. The 7th seed is going to be San Diego State. They're 15-4 and they've won 6 straight games in a row. But they still find themselves 4th in the Mountain West. The 8th seed, Wichita State. They're 12-4 and they've won 4 straight games. They're 2nd in the AAC. The 9th seed is going to be BYU. They're 15-5. They've won 2 out of their last 3. They're 2nd place in the West Coast Conference, right behind Gonzaga. The 10th seed is going to be Boise State. They are 16-4. They've won 2 out of their last 3, and they're 2nd in the Mountain West. The 11th seed is going to be Colorado. They're 16-6. They've won 3 out of their last 4 games. They're 4th in the Pac-12. The 12th seed in Region 3 is going to be Purdue. They're 13-8. They have 2 wins and 2 losses in their last 4 games. They're in 6th place in the Big 10. Finally, our last region, Region number 4. The 1 seed going to be Houston. They're 17-2, and they've won 9 out of their last 10. First place in the AAC. The 2 seed, Ohio State. They're 17-4, and they've won 6 straight games. 2nd place in the Big 10. 3 seed going to be Alabama. 17-5, and they've won 3 out of their last 4 games. Number 1 in the SEC. 4 seed going to be Villanova. They're 13-3, 2 wins, 2 losses in their last 4 games, but they are still in first place in the Big East. The 5 seed going to be Texas. They're 13-5. Also, 2 wins and 2 losses in their last 4 games. They are now 4th in the Big 12. The 6th seed going to be Tennessee. They're 14-5. They've won 2 out of their last 3. They're 5th in the SEC. The 7th seed going to be Loyola Chicago. They're 18-4. And they've won 10 out of their last 11. That only loss was to Drake. But they are in first place in the Missouri Valley. The 8th seed is going to be Bellarmine. 13-5. 10 straight wins, and they're in first place in the A-Sun. The 9th seed is going to be Winthrop. They're 18-1 and first place in the Big South. The 10th seed is going to be Utah State. They're 14-5. They've won 13 out of their last 15. And they're in first place in the Mountain West. The 11th seed is going to be Oklahoma State. They are 13-6. 2 wins, 2 losses in their last 4 games, and they're in 7th place in the Big 12. They are approaching bubble status. Finally, 12th seed in Region number 4 is going to be Florida. They're 10-5. They've won 4 out of their last 5, and they're in 4th place in the SEC. I'll do a separate video just like I do every single week for the bubble teams. These are the teams that I think should definitely make it into the NCAA tournament. So stay tuned for that. That's all I got for you for this show. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on my next show.